Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Thompson Talks with Tony.
And Christina.
Today's episode, we are getting ready to be extremely transparent. Now, y'all are probably listening and thinking, Tony, you guys have already been transparent on a bunch of different episodes, and that's true. But we believe in taking the transparency deeper, farther, and just expand upon some things in the financial world. All right. And so here's how we're gonna start this thing. As I'm butchering words and Christina giving me the eye, like Tony, just come on and start. All right, here we go. I want to start with a story. Okay, we're gonna start with a story. Y'all know I like telling stories, and we've lived some pretty eventful lives. Okay, this is a true story. When I
I
stack
hope
the
we only
papers,
say true
yeah,
stories.
we
So you
we
don't need to
only
say that.
we only give
We're
true
never going to
stories.
fabricate
We
a
only
story.
give true
Okay.
stories. We only give true stories. So this is 100% true. You could take this to the bank. Before Christina and I got married, so this would have been 2015. All right. Y'all know I always talk about this. I didn't have no money. Okay. I was broke. I was out here broke. I was struggling. Not a little, but a lot. I was struggling. Nonetheless, dang, she laughing. That's crazy. People laugh. Hey, you know what I'm saying? People laugh at you when you down, man. People laugh at you
Who
when you
was there for
down.
you when you were down?
You
So
right.
keep
So I'm
going.
about to give you a props. But man, see, she must have had some type of you thought
I
about a
know.
time.
Just keep going.
Okay. So I was broke. I was struggling. Struggling. And to make a long story short, I think you and I have been dating for maybe a few months. I think, because I hadn't proposed yet. I hadn't put no ring on your finger.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this $3,000 bill. Okay. $3,000. 3,000. Not 300, not $3, not $30, 3,000.
I remember.
All right. You remember this. I had a $3,000 bill. It was over my head, but it wasn't a bounty or nothing like that. Nobody, hey, hold on. Let me make sure I clear the air. Nobody was looking for me, all right? Nobody was about to come after me. Nobody tried to take my life or nothing like that. But it was a bill that had to get paid. 3 stacks, okay?
That he said. It's not
That I
just like-
said, yeah.
No, it wasn't dead.
So I didn't want to go to my family, okay? My parents or grandparents, anything like that. And so I was scratching my head. I was like, you know what? I got this fine dime breezy, you know what I'm saying? She got the hair, she got the face card, she got the, you know what I'm
Tongue.
saying? She got a little something going on. I said, let me see what a bank account talking about. Right? Now this was no test. I want y'all to know this. This wasn't a test. I wasn't trying to test Christina or anything. I needed the money. I needed it immediately. I had to get, let me just say, nobody was looking for me, but it was very important that I get this money. You remember this?
I remember.
So I went to Christina and I said, hey, yo, baby, shorty, can I hold 3 stacks one time? Can I get 3,000 real quick? And I was crazy to ask the question, but she was crazy enough, watch this, to give me the money. So I asked for the 3 stacks. She gave me the 3 stacks, and I was able to take care of the bill. Now, let me say this.
We're not saying to do this.
Yeah. Don't do this, but it's a reason I promise you, we going somewhere. Just rock with us. I paid her back. Okay, I paid her back within a month. Yeah. All right, I knew it was some money coming through the pipeline in a few weeks, but I had to get it done. I needed that 3 right then, so I couldn't wait that 4 weeks later. So again, I was crazy enough to ask her for 3,000. She was crazy enough to give me the money. Who do you think, in the comments, if you're watching this on YouTube, go to the comments and tell us who was crazier? Me for asking for it, or her
me for giving it?
Okay. I think again, like 3-4 months together. All right.
I have this like little thing that I live by.
Yeah.
Only loan the amount of money to a person that you're okay not getting back.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So let
Okay.
me tell you, at that time, I would have needed that back. So I was really crazy. I'm the crazy one for giving it
This is
because
true.
I would have wanted that back.
This
So
is
I
true.
broke my little
This is true.
philosophy, if you will,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I go by.
So here's why we share that story. All right. What I learned from Christina in that, and again, don't do this. Do not listen. If you're a girl watching this or a guy watching this, and they ask you for, that type of money early on, you probably want to get the heck out of there. Man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just run. They probably on some wild stuff.
Okay.
Now, I wasn't on the wild, but you probably need to get out of there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Having said that, I learned that when Christina gave me that money, I learned that she wasn't going to make money the priority in our marriage. Okay? This is key. There are some people who get married because they want to benefit from the financial help.
Right.
So they get married because they know somebody else can now take on some of their debt, take on some of their bills, take on some of their expenses. And it's never really about a healthy marriage. It's about how can I benefit from being with this person financially. Now watch this. What you showed me was I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about getting with somebody who was going to make money the end goal, because in a healthy marriage, money shouldn't be the end goal.
Right.
The end goal. Now money, wait a minute, let me say this. Money is a priority. Don't get it twisted. It should be a priority, but it should not be the priority.
Right.
And so this episode is getting ready to challenge some people. It's going to ruffle some feathers also, because we're going to tell you a little bit about how we operate. But you see the title, Why We've Never Fought About Money. We've never fought about money. We've never fought. We have discussed money and had healthy dialogue.
Yes.
We've had different perspectives.
That's what I want to say.
Go ahead.
Just because you have a tough conversation,
that's good.
like you worded it, a healthy dialogue, but it still could be a tough conversation.
Yeah.
That does not mean that you're arguing about
it.
And
that's
people confuse the two. So
Facts.
Argue, correct. No. Yeah. Have we talked about it and had some serious conversations? Absolutely. And you should too. Yep. But no arguing.
No fights, nothing crazy. And so real quick, here's some stats. There was a study done, you can look this up, Britain, Houston, 2012. It spanned over 25 years. And let's see, it said women who reported arguing, it said in a study of married women spanning more than 25 years, women who reported arguing often about money in marriage were nearly 3 times more likely to divorce compared to those who sometimes or hardly ever argued about money. Okay? So for 25 years, they studied these women. And the ones who argued about money often, they were 3 times more likely to divorce. Okay? 3 times more likely to divorce. And they say, what is the stat? Like half of marriages work, half of marriages don't.
Okay.
That's a stat. Okay? Now, let's go through some of the, real quick, before we get into our story and our journey, we want to go through some of the money fight examples, where couples are swinging on each other or yelling at each other or tussling a little bit or really going at it because of money. You can, some of you who are listening or watching this can probably relate to some of these. Number one, financial stress. Do we have enough money?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is our job producing enough money?
Yeah.
Are our jobs, I should say, producing enough money? Number two, spending behaviors. How do we spend? How do you spend? How does Christina spend? How does Tony spend? Spending habits. Number three, organization of finances. How do we manage everything? How much to save? How much to spend? How much to invest? Number four, dissimilar values. What do you like to do with your money and what do I like to do with my money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Value system. And number 5, terms of arrangements. Who pays what?
Okay.
Are you going to pay the mortgage and the utilities, and then I'll pay the cars and I'll pay for the clothes, or is it going to be vice versa? Terms of arrangements. Most couples fall into one or sometimes all 5 of these categories.
Wow.
Of fighting.
Wow.
Okay? And so the question becomes what are ways to avoid making money a problem in your relationship? That's the question. What are ways to avoid making money a problem in your relationship? All right. So to bring y'all in, and Christina gonna chime in here in a second, but to bring y'all in, when Christina and I first started dating, I just told y'all, this was 11 years ago, I didn't have a savings. I didn't have, I didn't even have a car. I didn't have a true personal income, and I'll get into why in a second. I was living with my parents. Now, you were living with your parents too, though.
Yeah.
I was living with my parents.
I was living with my parents, but I had a savings.
She did have a savings.
I mean, it wasn't like a lot, but I had a savings, more than a couple of dollars.
And so real quick, I even touched this really quickly. What I was doing, the reason why I didn't have an income or a savings really is because I was helping my family build their business up. Okay. And I decided in helping my family that I was just going to pour any money I could be making back into the business. That was my personal decision. And so it wasn't like I was walking around, poor me, oh, Tony ain't making no money. It was like, no, like.
Or that you were a bum.
Or that was a bum, right. I was family business. Any money I could make, pouring it back into the business because I wanted to see it thrive. And so, Christina, your job was paying about. Go ahead, talk to him. No, don't do that, man. Everybody, some people are different.
Well,
levels.
let me not make that laugh because you know,
everybody's at different levels.
Everybody's at different levels.
Yeah.
But starting off, that job at the time, I was making like about $40,000 a year.
$40,000 a year.
And living at home. Yeah. Had a little savings, and and I didn't have any bills really. Just except like student loan debt, not a lot of bills. So my dad, my mom, they paid my car notes. Yep. So I just was spending, the money how I wanted to spend it.
How she wanted to.
Parents didn't ask me to pay anything.
Yep.
Right.
So we were on different sides of the spectrum, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. You had a savings. I didn't. You had income. I didn't. We were both living with our parents. You had a car. I didn't have a car. I had like a business car that was a tank. That's another story for another day, boy. Smelled like.
Okay, so just stop.
Okay, stop. You sure you want me to tell her? All right, she said just stop.
Going.
But fast forward today.
Yeah.
Without going super personal.
God is good.
God has been good.
It's all God.
And so we went from $40,000. That was our, starting off. That was our that was our income. That was our household income, even though we were in somebody else's house. It wasn't even our household. It was the Burns household, but it was the money we had. Yeah. To now, we have given in the last couple of years in one setting, not added together. I'm talking about one check. Multiple times we've given 5-figure checks. 5-figure checks to organizations on multiple occasions in one sitting.
Faith-based organizations.
Okay, multiple times, 5-figure checks, not adding all the checks together, multiple times in one setting, 5-figure checks. And God has been really good. Because to go from, like you just said, 40,000, that's all we had. To now being able to give, just being real, like a nice chunk in one sitting, numbers like that is crazy. It makes no sense. It blows both of our minds.
Yeah.
And God has been so daggone good.
All good. My shirt says, God is good all the time.
And so in this episode, it's like, okay, why we've never thought about money. And this matters because there are couples right now that are fighting about money all the time. Nah, you can't spend that. You can't do that. That's my money. I say that money. You can't do that. I say that's my money. Girl, they're throwing stuff at people. People throwing stuff at people over money, man. Throwing stuff, right?
I mean, I'm sure.
Calling people names.
I mean, I don't know.
I work for that money.
I haven't experienced it.
I work for that money.
But
that's my money.
Yeah.
But what? What'd you
But no,
say?
I was just gonna say, yes, arguing and the fighting about money. And the thing that we really want to talk about is why we've never fought about money. And we recognize everyone's story is different.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's story is different. And I think the reason why couples, like, so why does it matter? Why are we talking about this, right? Because money, you need money in every relationship. You need money to survive in life. You can't not exist. You cannot go about your day. You cannot without money.
You make decisions
based upon
centered on money.
Everything, yeah, money. Nothing's free. Like money, you have to have money.
300. So watch this. Write this down, and we'll start talking. We'll go deeper into our story. More than 300 to about 1,000 small money decisions are made per year by one couple. 300 to 1,000 per year. And then big money decisions or major financial decisions per year is around 1 to 5. That's a lot of decisions to be making about money. That's why this matters.
Yeah.
That's a lot of decisions. The small money decisions are like, where are we going to eat?
Right.
What kind of clothes were we going to buy?
Depending on how much.
How many dates are we going to take? Right.
Yeah, but still.
But then the big money decisions are like, how are we going to tackle this debt?
Yeah.
Are we going to buy a house? Are we just going to go apartment? Are we going to invest in something big for the future?
Yeah.
And so these are a lot of decisions that are being made, and we get why a lot of arguments happen.
Yeah.
You're talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of decisions being made per year. All right. And so let's get in it. At the end, we're going to give you, how many we got? 5? Don't we have 5? 5. I want to say it's 5. Let me go to it. Yep. 5 financial habits and mindsets we had going into marriage that we still have today. Okay. This is the key. We're going to give you 5 financial habits that we developed going into marriage that we still have today that have helped us avoid fighting about money. All right. So going back though, like we said before, didn't have no money. I didn't have money, but you had some money.
Right.
What you laughing about? You keep laughing. She keep laughing about me not having money, man.
I just remember.
So watch this. I didn't have money, but I did have time. And I had skills. Okay. One of the skills I had that I still use today was my ability to motivate, inspire, my ability to persuade people, my ability to push people, my ability to challenge people. I had some leadership skills. I had communication skills, if you will. Right? I think I said that. And so what I did was, and what Christina did was, we got together and we said, though we don't have money, let's just start building something.
Right.
Let's put something together.
Right.
Let's use the gifts, the talents, the skills that God has given us, and let's just start building. So if some of you are watching this and you're dating somebody who maybe is in the same world as us, where you starting off and maybe you don't have a lot, or maybe you do have a lot of money. Either way, the goal shouldn't be money. The goal is to build. I'm going to say that again. Even if you got a lot of money, the goal shouldn't be the money. Because I'll be honest with you, if you have a lot of money and you're using the money to make your marriage happy, that's not going to work. There's only so many trips you can take. There's only so many nice restaurants you can go to. There's only so many, cars you can buy and gift the other. There's only so many houses you can move into. Eventually, you're going to have to sit across from that other person and look them in the eyes and feel like you're satisfied with being with them.
Yeah.
And so when we first got together, the thought process was the end goal was not money.
Right.
The end goal was I need to build with this person.
Right.
I need to build with Christina. Can I build with Christina?
Yeah.
And I found out early on this was gonna work out.
Yeah.
And so once we started, watch this. Once we started building, that's when unbelievable things started to happen for us. Right? So I'm reading this and I'm looking at our notes. Christina, like, stick to the notes. It's hard for me to stick to the notes. Christina had a little bit of savings, but not enough to live comfortably on her own. Her monthly student loan payment was what at the time?
It was over $1,000.
It was over $1,000. That's student loans. Over $1,000.
We will have an episode only on student loans coming up.
Yep.
Okay.
And so this is another side though. I'm gonna give you this one. This is another side though. Her ring. Are you wearing your ring? You not even wearing. Yeah, she wearing the ring. Christina paid for her ring, man. Christina paid. Tony didn't pay. Tony had a little down payment. I made a little small down payment. And then after we got married,
I remember we walked into the store. Yeah. And
she was paying for that month.
Paid it off.
She was paying for that month. Monthly payments. I couldn't pay for it.
I remember.
All right. We got married. Watch this. We got married and we moved in with the Burtons, her parents. I literally walked Christina. I said I do. And I walked her down the aisle out of the doors, the double doors of the chapel. And I told Mr. Burton, leave the door to your house, the front door unlocked, because we'll be there tonight.
We didn't even go back to their house that night.
We ain't got nowhere else to go.
We went there the next night.
We went there the next night?
We stayed at the hotel.
Oh, yeah. We had a staycation. We didn't have no honeymoon. We had a staycation at the Ameristar. Yeah. This is true. This
Tony,
is true.
Stop. What is this episode about? Money or about?
I'm telling them why we never fall. I'm painting I want y'all to see something, man. We have an advantage. Because when you didn't have nothing, and then you start making some money, what we fighting for?
Yeah.
Bro,
what you telling people?
Listen to me.
If you're dating, find someone who does not have money.
Find you somebody that's broke with a vision. That's what I'm going with.
Both of you guys just be broke.
Find somebody that's broke. Listen to me. Find someone who's broke with a vision.
No, don't. We're not telling you to do that. But what we are telling, but we are telling you. Back to the topic.
Watch it.
5 financial habits and mindsets.
Real quick. Let me say this before we get to the 5. And then we are a long time. Watch this. I told Christina, I said, if you stick with me, I guarantee you, I'll take you places you've never been. Have I done that?
I'm just saying yes.
Never been. Now, I'm not trying to paint this picture like I'm the only one making money, because that's not the case at all. I'm painting the picture that as the leader, as the head of my home, which is how we operate, everybody operates differently. My goal, even when we was living with the Burtons for 2 years and trying to figure out how to make something out of nothing, was I'm going to take my wife somewhere she's never been.
And can I just say, because 2 things. One, we're going to talk about and address in actually the next episode about dating someone who asks you for money and did not have money. Right. Because we don't want to just move on, and you all are probably watching this episode like, wait, huh? What? And you probably can't even focus, because if I was watching this episode, I'd be thinking like, wait, pause. I need you to answer the question. Yeah. And the next episode, we're going to talk about that, okay?
Yeah.
And then also just want to address, what else was I going to address? But no, the big thing is about the money. Oh, and then about living with my parents for 2 years. That's what I want to say. Is we could have, I mean, I was making $40,000. Tony could have, I don't know why you're shaking your head. Tony could have gotten
I could have.
a
I could
corporate
have.
job.
Could
He
have.
had a vision. He wanted to start his business and so forth. So I just want to preface, with that before we continue on and add that to the mix, okay?
Yep.
Because
So
you're saying that people don't have all the content.
yeah, I
So
want to,
yeah.
but that was the purpose. I want them in the comments. Listen, go in the comments and comment, Tony, you a bum. Tony, you horrible. You're trash. I like all that. Come on, run the go, make the comments go crazy.
Hashtag not a bum anymore,
Yeah,
but used to
that's
be.
true. That's true.
Okay.
Now let's get into these 5 financial habits and mindsets we had going into marriage that we still had today. These have kept us from fighting over money for, again, being married 10 years in September.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we ain't in the honeymoon phase no more. So we kind of know what we're talking about.
Yep.
This is for us, our truth. Number 1.
You take that one.
We will be a couple that creates and builds from now until we leave this earth. There will be no lack because we will become solutions or we will produce solutions. I want y'all to understand what I just said. And I already said this before in the story. When you don't have money and you are bringing somebody in the mix, look at what you do have and use that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now, listen to me. I guarantee you, if you close your ears, if you're a kid, if you really want to turn a woman on, use your talents and your skill sets and grind. Man. I'm telling y'all right now that if you really want a woman to look at you like that dude is, that's a bad dude right there. Use the skills and the talents God has gifted you with and go solve some problems. Go produce solutions. Go be a problem solver. Don't sit at home and just do nothing. Use what God has given you. Use what God has given you. You might not have the money right now, but that's okay. He gave you her. That's another thing he gave me. I use my skills and her skills, and we just built. Yeah. All right. That's number 1. Solve problems. Mm-hmm. You're doing number 2?
Yep. The second one is making sure the mindset that we had is making sure that we were saving. So initially we could not save much.
Right.
And we also made sure that if we saved and we had the savings in place that we could, spend and we could enjoy things with what we had left over after saving.
Yep.
But now, and then back then we had a savings account and a special savings account.
Yep.
We didn't touch the special savings account. So we made sure that we were good stewards of our money in the sense of saving.
Yep. And
now we, budget the saving to make sure that we're doing that. So.
Yep. Save. Number 3. There is no, for us, this is only us. Everybody operates differently. And when I say this, write in the comments if you agree with this or disagree with this. This works for us, worked and continues to work. There is no his money or her money, only our money. Okay, so if Christina makes a small purchase, she don't have to ask me, say anything, request anything. It's not an app where she taps on a button and says send request to Tony to buy a coffee or get DoorDash. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And vice versa. If there's a major purchase, $100 or more, then we may have a conversation on either side.
Right.
But we're not asking for the other's permission. She's not asking for my permission, and I'm not asking for her permission.
Yeah.
It's a joint, how should I say? We are one. So we both have to make sure that as much as she wants to make this purchase, does Tony want to make this purchase also? I want to be a part of the decision, and she wants to be a part of the decision. Okay? And lastly, is this the bank account when this is? We bank with 2 different banks, and all of our accounts, we have 2 accounts. All of our accounts have both names on them. Both names on all of the accounts. Christina's on every single account. I'm on every single account. So right now, if Christina wanted to, she could wipe out every single account we have. And if I wanted to, I could wipe out every single account we have. There is no separate joint. Again, everybody's different, but this is what has worked for us. All right, go ahead.
And with that, again, we're not saying, I just really want to say that we're not saying that you have to do that. But the reason why we do that and why it was important to us is just that communication. It forces us to talk about our spending, and it forces us to be on the same page with our spending. So that's why we think that, personally, that's important.
Absolutely.
So then the next thing is,
this is number 4.
Yes, we wanted to make sure. Well, one thing that always worked for us is we were similar when it came to our like leisure, guilty pleasure spending, if you will.
Yep.
And for us, that's food. So we decided that we could continue to make sure that we could spend money on food. Tony has you have a big sweet tooth.
I do.
So you get cookies and your donuts and your things. So you have that. And then I have, what I want, all types of things, depending on how I'm feeling. So we have one type of thing. We don't have, we are not going on too many trips, every month. Some people, go on trips all the time. We go on trips, but not all the time. We buy clothes that we need, but we're not just buying. So making sure that we had our one thing that we could spend. And if you're not a couple, I want to say this, who has the similarity, because every couple is not like us, that it landed on the same thing, then I think it's good to identify one thing that each of you can have, right? That top thing. Not that you can't do others, right? But that top thing. You agree with that?
For sure. Yeah. Absolutely. That top guilty pleasure. Absolutely.
For, each of you, if it's not the same.
Last but certainly not least, number 5, we started with nothing, so we'll never make money more important than what it is. It's a piece of paper, man, that gives you options to do some things. And that's all it is. It's literally currency that gives you the option to buy certain clothes, go on certain trips, maybe put your kids in these types of quote unquote schools. It allows you to buy this type of house. It creates opportunities. It's more of a tool than anything. And so we refuse to let an inanimate object tear us apart in the beginning, but also right now. And so we told y'all that we've given away 5-figure checks in one city. We do that now, and we have fun doing that now. And we will never stop doing that, because what it does is it reminds us that the money isn't even ours to begin with. That really what it is God entrusting us with more finances. Right. And what's crazy is God is honoring us not making money our master. God is honoring us not putting money as the head of our house. God is honoring us not taking money and making it an idol, but instead beating it into a submission where we tell it what it's going to do. And so it'll never tear our marriage apart. That's our mentality. It'll never come between us. But what it will always do is give us options to build. It'll give us options to invest. It'll give us options to grow and make or take certain opportunities or risks, if you will. But it will never make or break our marriage. Why? Because, and I had this written down, the money didn't make our marriage. Our marriage made the money.
That's good.
I'm going to say that again. The money did not make our marriage. Our marriage made the money. So we've never fought about money because of that. And so if you are watching this and you're dating, we advise you, take that mindset. Take this mindset that money will not be your God. And I'm talking about for both of you. It won't be an idol, won't be something you worship. It won't be the end goal. It can be a priority, but it won't be the end goal. All right. And I promise you that if you keep that all throughout your your relationship and into your marriage, it will bless you. And this whole money splits people and creates divorce. That won't be something that is even on the table for you.
Yep.
Because me and Christina, our disagreements, again, it'd be petty stuff, man. Stuff like, you know what I'm saying? She, you know what I'm saying? She clip her toenails at the kitchen table and stuff like that.
I've never done that.
Put a toe like that.
Okay, I've never done that, nor would I ever do that. Okay.
Or stuff like,
but one thing.
Can I tell them other stuff that you do?
Well, that's not true. So I want to hear what you're going to say.
Well, she don't do it on the table, but she does it around the kitchen table.
I never do that either.
Oh, you never do that?
Tony, clear that up. I do not do that.
Okay. She's never clipped her toenails around the kitchen table. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. All right, go ahead.
Tony, can you stop?
I thought you did at the kitchen
I've
at one time.
never done that, okay?
Right.
But what I do want to just say is if you're dating and dating with intention on marrying a person, please sit down and identify your 5 habits and your mindset and get on the page with the person.
That's good.
It may not be the same as ours.
That's good.
But establish it.
Yep.
And if you're married
and
you continue to argue about money, then maybe what you had isn't working anymore. You need to reestablish.
That's good.
So making sure that you're doing that, because when we're up here talking, we're telling you our truth, right? We're telling you what works for us, what we've learned and so forth. We do not believe that we know it all. We are not financial experts. We are not experts in any of these topics. But what we are doing is sharing this so that you can do it today. Mm-hmm. So don't listen to this and you're dating, oh, I never even talked about money, right? Or you're married and you're arguing about money, or same thing, you don't talk about it. Just have the conversation. It's important, because also in statistics, just because you've never argued about it and you've been married 5 years, 10 years, the goal is to be married for life. Yeah. So it could come back up as new expenses and things come about. Yeah. We were married. We just had children. Yeah. So now we have expenses with the kids coming up. We've never had before.
Formula.
Then it's going to come where school, college, different car, different things. So have conversation, because again, money it's in everything.
In a nutshell, you
can't run from money.
In a nutshell, build some type of foundation in the beginning. So that when the new expenses and new things come, you can all, because that's what we've always done.
Well, that's for the dating people, but for the married people, if you don't have
for the married people too.
Establish
it.
Yeah, if you don't have it, or if you've had it and there's cracks in it,
reestablish.
Love
it. That's good. And so we're gonna wrap this up, but like we always do before we let you go, if you are listening or watching this and you have never received Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, it is the most important decision you'll ever make. It's more important than any financial decision you'll make, how much you save, how much you spend, how much you invest. None of that touches this right here, where you will spend eternity. And so if that's you say, Tony, I would love to come into the family of God through Jesus Christ. All I want you to do is say this prayer, mean it in your heart, repeat after me. Father, I thank you for saving me. I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, that he came to this earth, lived a sinless life, died on the cross for my sins, was buried for me, and rose again on the 3rd day. Because I believe that, Jesus, I ask you to come into my heart, wash me in your blood, cleanse me, forgive me of my sins. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Welcome to the family of God. If you said that prayer, heaven is rejoicing according to Scripture. Shoot us a DM or an email. We have some resources we want to send your way that will help you walk this thing out, because you might be thinking, okay, what now? And so we want to send you some things, all right? With that being said, we enjoyed this episode. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Go to the YouTube and tell us what you agree with and what you disagree with. We welcome disagreement in the comment section. We like healthy dialogue in our comment section. So go in the comment section right now and say, Tony, you a bozo. Every financial tip you just gave is trash. And, I hate looking at you. You suck. Like, put that in the comments. I'm cool with that. All right. Just run the comments up. We want to hear from you. All right. With that being said, love you guys. Until next time, this is the Tony. This is not the Tony Thompson podcast. This is the Thompson Talks. It kind of is. I'm just like, this is the Thompson Talks podcast with Tony
and Tony.
Christina.